Hello, welcome. So, I hope everybody's doing well today. And the reason why I went live is because, first of all, I do want to say thank you to Mosaic Mama's video. I thought that was very nice of her. There's so much more to that story that is like so, the actual lingering effects. I think the whole experience of, you know, having cancer would have to anybody, and to have gone through um, the unaliving trolling that was also put on, the whole entire situation was and is very difficult still for me to wrap my head around. So, but another part of getting over something is encouragement and and friends, you know, that I do have. I have a lot of these things going on for me. I love that. That's awesome. I loved that Buddhist prayer that Mosaic Mama said because I liked the part where she said that for the people that I can't forgive, I forgive myself for that. You know, people shouldn't have to feel guilty if they can't forgive somebody for something. Now, moving on, yeah, moving on would be great if it wasn't still a continuous thing. Okay. Because, see, Crystal continues on something that wasn't, she doesn't have a dog in this fight, really. It's unnecessary for her to do what she's doing right now. Okay. Like, what is her end game? Like what Mosaic Mama was saying, what wolf is she feeding with this? I really liked that analogy. What wolf is she feeding with this? These are her actions, they're not mine. She's new to this. This is like something she might say she's been here for 5 years, but then she'll say she doesn't know who Debbie is. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if she's been here for 5 years, then she should pretty much know that what behavior is appropriate. If she's been a nurse, she should know appropriate behavior. Um, I don't feel her behavior is appropriate. And uh, I really did like that analogy. What wolf is she feeding? What's her end game for this? What is she getting out of her constant now? And it's funny because I see, Laura V was in her live stream and just spamming the whole thing, all about Laura again. And I can't help but wonder if maybe, where we were all kind of saying to Tiffany M, oh, come on, stop with the Laura stuff. I'm kind of thinking maybe she was right. Clearly insane. So, now that I'm, seeing like I've seen Laura do some things, but I mean, like this last couple of days, it's like, ugh. And then she was like, 3 or 4 different accounts in my room. She's a couple of different accounts in this particular chat that I'm looking at here. And it's like, oh my God, does this woman ever stop? And so my apologies to Tiffany M for consistently just being like, nah, you know, I mean, because, clearly she had some more experience with this woman and seeing what she was capable of. Because she can have multiple accounts. I've never seen Tiffany sit there in a live stream going, saying all this stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that me and Tiffany are friends. We don't even talk. She even pissed me off yesterday. We don't even talk. Just because I see something and, say, well, I got to be in agreement with that. Nobody get it twisted. This isn't like, oh, no, she's doing it. No. You know, Bobbles, nobody is kissing anybody's ass to, be on their good side. And we kind of thought like the 2 weeks away meant you were going to come back without. I don't know. Like, it seems like a lot of these people have massive egos. Can I get a hello from somebody here? Massive egos. It seems their egos are massive. I mean, and Laura being one of them, her ego is out of control, and so is this Crystal's. Disclaimer, I do not own all of the audio contained within this video, but I'm interested for commentary, educational purposes only.
Anyway, I wanted to start out.
Like, immediately, hi, Tanger. You got Laura in there going as Tiffany Monster Victim Support. Crystal, I know that we do not know each other, but please be aware of CVX account. And then next thing she is, she's, I'm okay. How are you, Tanger? Next thing she's, what's the word? I'm promoting her channel. She's going, feel free to check out the playlist on my channel to see for yourself what these unalive trolls do to women that they are jealous of. Laura, I don't think that everybody is jealous of you. So, you've had a pretty, from what you say, a pretty rough life. I think, I don't know why all these people resort to that people are jealous of them. You know what I mean? Like, that's, I just, if that was the case, they'd be coming on here, talking about, like, their life is like Paris Hilton, or, I mean, they'd be going around driving, freaking multi, a top dollar sports car, living in a mansion, having all the money in the world. You know what I'm saying? I mean, be perfect. I mean, have the best life. What is it exactly about these women that constantly make them think we're jealous of them? The only person that I've heard, okay, somebody admit being jealous of, and it was for, hi, Maureen. Thank you, I appreciate that. Oh, Jesus. For what? She's retired. What does she need a wagon for? What does she got, like a bunch of big dogs or something? Which I thought was really interesting to learn and hear. It was on Mosaic Mama's channel, and somebody said they can't watch Maddie because they get jealous of her It was somebody who was an ex-addict, but now was, doing what people would call the responsible life and working and this, that, and the other, whatever they were doing that they couldn't use. Basically, I don't know what they're doing, but they stopped using. And that made a lot of sense to me. Like, of something that I didn't even know that it would be deemed as somebody feeling like, wow, could you imagine like that? I just thought that was really strong for that person to put it in the terms of they can't watch Maddie, not because they make her sick, not because this, that, and the other thing, but because they're jealous of the fact that she just threw responsibilities and is just, yeah, isn't that must be torturous, really, to be fighting, throwing all the cares to the world, like, and the humbleness or the strength, or I am not sure how to admit it, or how to put it. I'm saying, to admit feeling jealous of Maddie. I thought that was so. I don't know how anybody else thinks about that, but to me, that just it made me learn something. Like, I don't know how to put it in words. You know? But, like Laura V is sitting there, I've never suicide or unalive trolled anybody in my life. And I don't think anybody was unalive trolling me because they were jealous. I was possibly going to die. I don't think they did that out of jealousy. I think they did that out of sheer cruelty. Um, I don't know what you would call that, but I think that's what that was.
By addressing some of the drama occurring in the chosen one.
Now, I liked what Mosaic Mama said and Net said, and Mosaic Mama said that Net had said her, Crystal going on, she wants to address some of the drama going on in the community by putting down other people. Like, what wolf is she feeding? She doesn't even have a dog in this. So, what wolf is she feeding?
Or should I say the chosen one community adjacent?
So, in here goes, as Tiffany Monster Victim Support. No, this is Crystal's video that Mosaic Mama reacted to. Hi, Night Owl. She did, so it's Laura who is Tiffany Monster Victim Support. Okay. Hi, Just Me Sunshine. Well, this person put it as jealousy. Like, of course, I guess, like, which they put it as, like, a jealousy of the fact that she opted to throw care to the wind and responsibility and shirk it off. And it was like a jealousy of being irresponsible and being able to just not care, you know? Yeah, jealous of being able to not care, which really put it in like this whole different like light. I was like, wow, that's so interesting. So interesting. And this is Laura talking about herself. Oh, really? Is it? I'm sorry. Is it any better now? It's this thing. I'm sorry. I gotta try and get StreamYard back. If anybody wants to put my Cash App up. Sorry. Can you hear me any better now? Can you guys hear me at all? Oh, sola mia. Oh, la, la, la. If you hear me now, just let me know in the chat. Ooh, if you hear me now. I'm gonna keep singing. Kendra's like, I hear you fine. Simmer down over there, Liberace. Not a word. Everybody. Night Owl can't hear. I have my Night Owl mute on. My Night Owl mute on. Who can't hear me? I think Night Owl just wants me to keep singing. Notice how every time I go to sing more, they hear me great. What's the odds of that? Sure. So anyhow, so Laura V was in Crystals as Tiffany Monster Victim Support, okay? And she's talking about herself in the third person. She goes, CVX dislikes Laura for defending black people. And then she says, her name is blank. She works with TM. Immediately in there to start trouble.
For starters, NetNet blocked me and one of my mods, Poof. It happened.
Poof with the very strange avatar that looks like a JJ.
Yesterday.
The irony of it was the woman who like doesn't like, foul whatever stuff we were talking about the other day. The two people that I saw like were in her chat at one point I'm telling you, Poof's avatar looks like a vajayjay. Like the whatever taint. I don't know if that's what you call it. And Laura V comes in suspenders in her avatar. Like is like, okay, I'm gonna be okay. So anyhow, she goes, she's a literal PEDO. I mean, really, Laura? Really? Really, Krista? You're gonna leave this stuff in there?
After my live the other night, when I had mentioned that Annette was being contradictory, when she would say that she was no longer going to talk about X, Y, and Z.
Well, you're being contradictory because why are you talking about drama and saying that Annette can't talk drama? So you're bullying Annette for talking about drama that you think you can talk about? I mean, uh, why are you even like doing this? It doesn't even make sense. What's your point here?
But then she would talk about it.
So?
There's nothing wrong with it. Rather, I was just pointing it out.
Why? Like, why? Why were you pointing it out?
I've always been a fan of Annette's, and I do hope she realizes one day that the haters and trolls just keep coming after her because
But
they get a rise.
what is it that you're not seeing in your live stream there with Laura V spamming your whole chat and as Tiffany Monster victim support talking about CBX, saying she doxes children, then has the audacity to bully people that figured out she is in real life since she likes to bring minors into the light for PD. Oh no, she's talking about Tiffany there. She goes, Tiffany Monster. I mean, how do you not see, Crystal? Like, how are you not? What is it you're not seeing there? What is it exactly you're not seeing in your chat room that you have a troll in your chat room? What is it that you're not getting?
Reactions. It's exactly what they want. I suggested to Annette that she perhaps have lives where she only has subscribers. And from what I've seen, she's taken my advice. From the live,
Yeah, right. Andrew, I know.
did the other night when I was talking about this issue, about how NetNet was.
Wait, so you were talking about how NetNet won't stop talking about the issue that you want to talk about? That doesn't even make sense.
Having difficulty with her deceased family members that are being doxxed. It was just a mess.
Now, this is what really kills me here. She doesn't seem to understand that Annette or anyone should be able to talk about anything they want and expect a peaceful society and a peaceful living existence. In fact, that's supposed to be a law. That's supposed to be a law. Okay? That's what we're supposed to be provided a peaceful living exist people are supposed to act according to society, like there's rules of society, there's rules of behavior. People can't just go around fucking harassing people and acting like disgusting people, you know? Now, the fact that you turn around and go, there are no victims. I mean, really? You're blaming victims? So you think that people who get mugged or asking to be mugged, or people who get, everything I mean, so if somebody smashed into your car, Crystal, are you going to say that's your fault because you were driving your car publicly? I mean, who do you think you are putting your car out there on the road? Seriously. Is that what you're going to say? Are you going to take responsibility for driving your car on a public place? I mean, you should know better than to put your car out there. Yeah, right, that guy smashed into your car. So what if he was drunk and doing something that he shouldn't be, driving drunk? You shouldn't have had your car out there and out in public. Why would you have your car out in public? Yeah, yeah, don't even try blaming that person. You know he's going to smash into you if he's driving drunk, okay? You're the one who put your car out on the public road. It's your fault. It's your fault. I mean, that's ridiculous.
And,
How did you get to be a nurse?
and I was actually very supportive of her, but I don't know if she remembers it. She said she was having some short term.
No, now listen to this. She's having short term memory loss. Do you listen to yourself, you bitch? I don't have short term memory loss. You know what it was? You're being mean to her friend. You're being mean to her friend and telling her how she should feel. And you're victim blaming. You're her friend. You're supposed to support her. Yes, everyone deserves a voice. Exactly, Tander. Yeah?
Memory issues. I think she said she couldn't remember her phone number. I mean, that happens to all of.
She couldn't remember her phone number. You're an idiot, lady. She just probably didn't want to give it to you. She probably just didn't want to give it to you. Poof says, what do they do to people? Why? Should Crystal be careful? Thank you for this info. Okay, Poof. Yeah, Night Owl, you're right.
Us from time to time. But I think maybe if she were to go back to that live and listen, and that's entirely left to her, she might be able to comprehend what I was saying.
What makes you think she doesn't comprehend what you were saying? Maybe you don't comprehend how you come off. Yes, she was. Okay, Tander. And we've known she's been weird for a while, and that we had an issue with that name, too. Poof. I mean, come on, man. With that freaking avatar. What is that in that avatar? Give it a rest. Looks like, I don't know, taint? I don't know.
I do hope the best for her, and I would never wish any ill will. But you know what? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make
Oh,
him drink.
that's why she's in there saying that shit. Oh my God, Laura. Oh my God. Because Crystal was saying she's black, and that's why Laura is in there saying she attacks people of color. They mess with people behind the scenes, and it's very difficult to articulate what they do to people. Well, I don't know why she's allowing Laura to try to articulate what they do to people, because she doesn't want NetNet to talk about it or anybody else. So, why is she giving, this Tiffany Monster victim support, a platform? Wow.
And that saying really is the truth. It doesn't affect me personally whatsoever.
Okay.
And I don't mean to laugh, but I'm being totally serious. It does not affect me at all.
Okay, then why are you talking about it? Why talk about it then? So you're wasting everybody's time with something that doesn't bother you? Maybe girl, what's pink? I don't know what you mean is pink.
Anyway, Survivor Girl.
Oh, you're talking about that. No, you got to zoom in real close on it. You got to screenshot it. You're talking about the avatar and zoom in real close. Not, no, not, no.
Otherwise known as Tracy.
Why are you calling me by my name? What? What? Why are you saying Tracy?
That I may have really upset and triggered her.
You didn't trigger me, you weirdo. You're trying to. Tiffany Master Victim Support, Laura V. Still trying to talk in the third party. CVX still makes Laura's life a living hell, all because Laura didn't think George Floyd deserved to die. She's actually over there. Talking like this because this woman says she's black, and this is what a weirdo fucking Laura is, man. What a weirdo.
And you know what? If that's how she feels, then I think there may be something deep down that she needs to work out.
If what's how I feel? What is how I feel?
Serious, it does not affect me at all. And you know what? If that's how she feels,
Oh, that something in her triggers me. Oh, I forgot that.
I think there may be something deep down.
But I don't feel that way. You're saying that. I think you're ridiculous.
That she needs to work out.
Maybe you need to work out. Maybe you should work out. Maybe you're out of shape.
Therapy is the way to go.
Maybe therapy is the way to go for you. Maybe you need therapy.
I mean, she really, if you listen to her, she sounds like she has some really deep issues.
Maybe you sound like you have some really deep issues. I think you really have some deep issues.
Tracy.
Crystal, if that's your real name.
Someone who I associate myself with on or offline.
I certainly wouldn't associate myself with you, Nurse Cratchit, on or offline. Is it Nurse Ratchet or Nurse Cratchit? Which is it? Nurse Ratchet? No, I know. I'm talking about Laura V. Is it Nurse Ratchet? It's Nurse Ratchet, right? Nurse Ratchet.
I think she's extremely aggressive. But I hope she gets the help she needs.
I hope you get the help you need, Nurse Ratchet. Maybe you should get a hold of Jack Nicholson. Maybe you and him need to fly over a cuckoo's nest together. She says, She also attacked a YouTuber by the name of blank 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 and would mock him, calling him a poor little black boy. These are the types of people you would never ever guess exist in person. Now, Nurse Ratchet, you see that this is Laura, the one that was knee and other accounts in my live stream that night, trying to create conflict. And you're not smart enough to see that. Look at your whole room. It's only her trying to cause racial drama in here. Not in here, but in there. They hide their identities for this reason. You will never see them on panels for this reason. She spams people's chats. She's fucking weird. What a weirdo.
Especially after going through cancer, after going through, like any disease that comes about.
Why are you talking about anybody's health at all, lady? Where do you think it's your business?
After going through cancer, no one wants her cancer to return. Does she want her cancer to return? I mean,
do you want to get cancer? Maybe you need to ask yourself, do you want cancer? Do you want cancer?
Prevent cancer. And also from, preventing it from coming back.
Maybe it might come to you. I mean, seriously. And nobody's tomorrow is guaranteed. Do you think that you're immune to cancer? Are you immune to any other health issue? Why are you speaking on somebody else? Why? Why? I don't understand it. Can you explain to me what wolf you're feeding? What wolf are you feeding?
If you just listen to Survivor Girl 19, you can any layman would be able to know something is really off. I mean, she twists.
Any layman? My God, you're full of yourself. You are full of yourself, lady. Like, full of yourself. Like, there's something seriously going on that's wrong with you. You really have this overinflated self sense there. I mean, sense of self, ego. You are like, we don't even know you. Why would we be like threatened by you or inferior to you? Who are you?
Everything you say, and she edits.
I edit
you say. It's really strange.
Wait a minute. How do I?
She kind of makes up her.
Hold on a minute.
Own reality.
How am I editing anything? Can anybody tell me that? How am I editing what you say? I'm not editing what you say. This is what you're saying. This is you, honey. She goes, she is in the comments on the video of Crystal's about SG. She began harassing Laura, so Laura deleted the whole thread. That's why those comments are gone. Actually, those comments aren't gone. They're still there. And why would Laura be able to delete the whole thread? Oh, wait. Hi, CVX. Laura is certifiable. So there's Laura admitting that she was all those different accounts that were in my live stream. And I find it hard to believe that that night is when a lot of people got blocked. I mean, that's fucking weird, huh? Makes you wonder, like, that's weird. Gotta be careful about people. But those comments are still there.
The last thing I want to address is the fact that people are calling me out as a fake and a phony and a liar. And you know what?
Who's Jack N?
There is something.
Night Owl. Who's Jack
I
N?
need to confess.
Yeah, Laura is a wacko.
And I really have to get it off my chest. There is something I have not been truthful about. And I hope you all can forgive me.
It ain't gonna be nothing juicy. Oh, no, you don't sound like Jack Nicholson right now. Tiffany, not Tiffany, Tiffany Monster.
Give me a thumbs up if you're ready.
Tiffany Monster support group. Laura says to her, "Oh, Crystal, who cares what they think? Oh, Crystal must be talking about her own issue, her own strife, and of course, Laura wants to talk about only hers." Uh, Laura says they assume just because they are all high school dropouts, they assume everyone else is just as uneducated as they are. I don't assume anything. I don't care how educated you are. You act like a hoa, a hua.
All right. Well, here goes nothing.
I'm sure.
My last name is actually not Love.
We know it's the Napsy.
It's
The nappy.
Crystal, but my last name is not Love.
Nobody cares. We know it's hate.
And
We know.
And Tiffany just said not to give it out. Okay. Well, I trust Tiffany.
Yeah, and she's got like this Tiffany H in there, and I'm sorry, not Tiffany H. Not Tiffany H. Tiffany Monster Victim Support. And she's calling her Tiffany. She already said she's not Tiffany.
And based on that, I'm not going to give it out. Okay. I won't do it.
Now, wait a minute. I'm not sure I understand that. Weren't you just saying that Annette is stupid because she gives out all of her family's information, and you were saying all this shit about her?
My last name is not Love.
No way, really?
I do feel like a weight's been lifted off my chest. I really do. Because I would never want to betray anybody.
Are you out of your...
But I just thought, it would be safer if I didn't use my real name.
Is this woman out of her gourd right now? Is she really? I mean, is she really? What kind of a setup shit was that, man? Like, lady, everybody knows that's not your last name. You feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders because you said something that was like obvious. You used to be Crystal the Nappy. I mean, like, are you for real? Are these people, are they going to be okay? The age-old question. Are they going to be okay? Because that was one of the most ridiculous things. I swear to God, this is like ridiculous. I'm looking at this woman's chat being, it's just all Laura. Laura, all day, all night, 24 hours. Man. Hi, I'm about. I mean, like, okay. These people are crazy. My name is not Tiffany. My channel exposes what she does to people. These people are capable of doing the most messed up things to you in your real life. Crystal, please, just ignore them, claiming you're a liar.
There was one question about why I refer to Sharon SV as Sharon VD. It's just a joke. It was just a joke to make people laugh.
It doesn't make anybody laugh.
She does parody. She does. I mean, I just thought Sharon VD was funny.
Why? Why would you think that's funny? When did VD become funny? Hi, Vitamin. Yeah, I know. We know that. We were reading what Laura was writing. Laura goes, under the Tiffany Monster victim support, where she's talking about herself, okay? In the third person, she goes, most of these people are all the same people under multiple accounts. Gee, Laura, you think? You think so?
All right, so now that that's all been addressed, I'm going to check out the chat. And I wanted to find out what you guys thought of my new wheels. It's little video of her. We're going on a nature walk, and I do nature walks every day. What else? I shared my new car. I know I keep bringing it up, but I'm over the top. No, we had to go do our long drive, and would have probably been pretty boring. But at least you got to see it and go for a little ride, and you got to meet Johnny Depp. And okay.
Yeah, her dog.
Thank you so much. It is a Mercedes G-Wagon. Thank you very much.
Oh, isn't that nice?
But it's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. And I'm really into cars. I really like nice cars. I've always had. It's the best. It's the best. So what else have I shared? Oh, I have another video coming up. Oh, let me check some of the comments.
I know. Didn't she already say she was going to do that? Laura Vittadini now is in there as Laura Vittadini, okay? Because Elaine came in, someone named Elaine, and said, that's Laura. And so she comes back as Laura, and Poof goes, oh, hi, Laura, as she was claiming you were knee in her life. Doesn't blink an eye. Tiffany Monster Victim Support goes, it's Laura. It's a long story. Hi, Diane. Okay? And Poof goes, oh, hi, Laura. SG was claiming you were knee in her live. Okay, so wait a minute. Why couldn't she be knee in the live if she was just in there talking about herself as another account? She goes, I don't have the time on my hands that they do, so I cannot keep up as well. I have about 300 videos, though, on a playlist. Okay, we know.
here so fast. I guess that's just maybe it's just my computer, but they go by so.
It's
Messages
because
just pop up
it's one person.
individually. So, but I did want to address. Hi, Poof. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Poof just said she's gonna give me some suggestions on how to keep them.
Yeah, okay, Poof. Poof says. But Laura is here warning you about CVX channel. Oh my God.
Hi, Laura. How are you?
Crazy.
So, but anyway, I'm glad I addressed.
In my opinion.
Um,
Something that wasn't your concern?
Net and
Not your business.
Survivor Girl.
Not your business.
And yeah. So
And
anyway,
yeah.
I'm glad I addressed them. And Sharon.
Laura goes, I'm having dinner alone since everyone is taking a nap right now. How's that supposed to mean? Everybody in the restaurant's sleeping?
Oh, Laura's having dinner since everybody's taking a nap now. A siesta.
She's insulting you.
Oh, CVX is one of the flying monkeys. Tiffany is the puppeteer.
My God. You can't tell a troll when you see one, lady?
Sure. What to make of that?
It's a troll.
But we'll figure it out.
Notice how she didn't answer Poof about the knee comment?
I met some
right.
friends in here, and I'm going to.
She's such a nutcase. I mean, really, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. Yes, this is Crystal.
Branching out with some other channels. As I said, I have an interest in cars.
Okay.
I'm a car collector.
Okay, we know. Matchbox cars don't count.
The Chosen One community interest group for about 5 years. Being in the medical field, and also the fact that I was laid up after surgery. And
yeah, okay, 5 years and you didn't know who Debbie was. We know.
I got interested in the channel that way. It would.
We're just doing commentary on her, Diane.
Not have been like my choice channel, but I did meet some nice people in here. But as I said, I am going to be branching out. I have many other interests. I have interest in music, and I have interest in.
Sure, you do.
I think is going to be on attacking my closet, and I'd like to do.
Oh, great video. We want to see you attack your closet.
SG and net, I guess. It seems as though, despite everything that SG, no, that's wrong. SVD, that keeps them straight. SVD has done to net.
She's so awful. She goes, they bought my book and all passed it around and even posted parts of it. They've shared private photos of mine in their videos. CVX doxed my children. Every single day, they beg me to unalive myself. God, Laura, she's just all through the video. I mean, all in the chat. There's not one other person chatting in there.
And I'm now going to refer to her as Net.
Well, that's nice of you. What else were you referring to her as?
It's really astonishing that they all still kind of like stick together, communicate, feed off of each other, and yeah. So that's kind of even sort of stick up for each other, even though.
Is that hard to believe? Sticking up for each other? Sticking up for each other? Sticking up for each other is bad to you, lady? Why?
It's very weird. It's very, very weird.
Why is that weird?
What are their relationships like in real life? And when I say real life, I just mean off the computer. Like, do they have families that they, you know, how does that go? Obviously, NetNet had.
I don't understand why she has a problem with people sticking up for each other. Yeah, I know, I know. It is
Family,
wrong.
and I guess I'm not referring
It is wrong.
to her when it comes to that, but um, yeah, I don't know. Do they have family and friends? I mean, um, Sharon is still obviously using, so she's in a bad space and place. She, people, places, and things, and she's still using dope. And after 27 years, do you think you're really dealing with someone who has a brain that's working
See?
normally?
What is that trying to say? What are you trying to say there? I mean, that she's not a person? Like, not worth, like, what are you trying to say?
I mean, the brain is diseased at that point. And then with Survivor Girl, who spends all of her time, I mean, just like
All my time. Really?
just all of her time bitching, and I'm just gonna say it, just venomous.
Sounds like
bitching.
you are.
It's
You're
just like
passive aggressive.
if anybody ever heard her, I guess, other than the people that are used to her in this community, it's just like uh, I don't know what they think of her. Actually, she was on one time, and this is like months ago, and my neighbor had come over and
No, I know that, not Diane. No, I get
having
that.
iced tea and stuff and sitting around. She happened to be on in the background, and she's like, "What is that? Who is that?"
Now, I wasn't
I
even
said,
in
"Oh, it's just
Annette's when
somebody doing
you
a
got
live."
blocked.
She's like, "Oh my god, what? She sounds insane." And
I
and
sound
this
insane.
neighbor I'm talking about, Sally, is a real sweetheart. She'd never like even say anything like that, but she's like, "I thought it was like somebody crazy." And I
Sure,
was
you
like,
did, lady. Sure. Uh, Laura says, Net is very easy to control. She finds someone to follow and will be loyal to the end. They have to do something very awful for her to leave the friendship. And she's got friendship in quotations, but don't you think that, Laura, that's not being easy to control? That's making up her own mind, being loyal. That's a good quality. And Poof goes, Laura, she blocked Crystal for the littlest thing. It was so weird. Laura says, probably because SG told her to do it. No, I didn't. SG hates Crystal because Crystal doesn't like SG. No, we really didn't like um you, Crystal, because you're weird. Laura goes, I was trying to warn Net and I got blocked for it. SG doesn't like any intellect. Well, Laura, if that was true, I'd really like you. But I don't.
no, she I don't like to use the word crazy, but definitely somebody mentally unstable.
Look who's
Definitely.
talking.
And I can remember also going into SGs, and I have to bring this out because
Now, this is where she's going to say that
and
she told me about the cerebral cortex being damaged. I was already talking about that. I had done notes on it. I had done research, and she thinks that she is the reason why. Like, I mean, give it a rest, lady. These people have been doing this to me for a long time, and I've been doing research my whole life. I'm a smart person, and I don't take kindly to you, Crystal, a complete stranger, questioning what I know. Like, why is it so important for you to try to take credit for something instead of just saying you agreed? I mean, why are you like so insecure?
not psychosis. We were talking about psychopathy. No, we were talking about sociopaths, psychopaths, narcissists. And you know how you can't tell SG anything because she, knows it all. Um, I was explaining to her because I do know a neuroscientist, and he's well known, and I was
Sure you do.
explaining to her about the cerebral cortex and how that works. And don't you know, she loves repeating what I taught her about.
Yes, I
And
do.
I have to lie
Absolutely.
where I'm explaining it to her.
No,
And
you
she's like
don't.
just saying things like, "No, people are just weird. They're just weird."
No, that's not what was
They
going
don't know
on,
what they're
lady.
talking about. They're just weird. I mean, and so I was explaining to her the first chance she gets, she she repeats what I had explained to her. But I'm glad she learned something about it.
Yeah,
I'm really
it
glad
wasn't from you,
she
honey.
did a little research on her own, which
Poof goes, sorry, SG, but it's gross to talk about how uncircumcised babies are gross because the mothers can't clean them up. We were actually talking about poopy diapers are gross, so you need to, you know, calm yourself. Laura Venedini goes, these are some of the most fucked up humans I've ever come across in my life. SGTM and CVX. They hate anyone, not afraid to speak out. Give it a rest.
is good. Learning is important. Um, I think she might find me out of the ordinary because I'm well spoken and I'm educated.
I
And
beg to
I'm
differ.
calm, and
Beg to differ.
I I act like a nice human being.
You act like, there's the key word.
And that just really triggers her big time. And she thinks I'm trying to get clout from her. I don't need anything
I never said clout.
from you, SG. Nothing.
Never said clout. Never said clout. Never said clout. Absolutely, Night Owl. Thank you. Thank you so much, Night Owl. Absolutely. Absolutely. I can't pin comments on streaming this way, but absolutely. That's absolutely what happened right there. SG was researching and she was doing serial killer documentaries, and that is how SG got on the subject. Absolutely. No, I know what you meant, Diane. I do. Yeah, I mean, diapers are just. I remember when, like, I was babysitting my niece and she had pooped, and I was like, I was in my early 20s, and I swear to God, I was going to throw up. I mean, really, it was like on her feet and stuff. And, I had never changed. Before I babysat, I said to my sister, you changed them, right? I mean, they're not going to poop, right? Oh my God. I was calling the restaurant. She was at, I was like, ugh. I was dry heaving. Ugh. I couldn't even do it. And it doesn't even matter, like what. Anyway, you look at it, poop's gross.
You're really, I'm going to use your word, you really are a weirdo. You are a total weirdo. And there might be some people that go to your channel because maybe they have insomnia, or
so here
just
she's
go because they like the drama. It's kind of like a soap opera,
right?
But
my life isn't a soap opera,
so
lady.
Strange. And it's no doubt that you don't have a man in your life, because who could listen to this all day?
So you're just trying to insult me, lady.
To you all day, and you're just horrible.
No, you are.
Horrible. I mean,
no, you are.
Friends?
Do I have any friends? I mean, like, why are you even talking like this? Like, why are you trying to make me feel like people don't come here because they like me? Why are you trying to make me second guess myself? You see how Night Owl just distinctly told you, detailed exactly what happened. She remembered better than I did. exactly what happened. That's exactly what it was. I was researching serial killer, and that's exactly what it was. Wow. Sorry, Diane.
Can't you go do volunteer work somewhere?
Can't you?
Um, I mean, I don't know. If you stay in that constant mode of anger,
It seems like you're in the anger mode.
It's just like it's so strange and
It
weird.
seems like it's so strange
psycho.
and weird and psycho about
So,
you.
Do yourself a favor.
Do yourself a favor.
Get some therapy.
Get some therapy yourself.
Listen to you.
You get somebody to listen to you.
You know your behaviors.
And you get somebody to listen to your behavior. Go see a professional yourself.
As I said, the people that do listen to you are either insomniacs or they.
And so you're insulting the people who listen to us. Yeah, and we had blocked them a long time ago when she was Crystal Danapi. We blocked Poof and Crystal Danapi. Yeah, we had blocked them a long time ago. We already knew. We already had your number. Okay, Crystal? Not your number, like literally. Don't get freaked out. But we knew you had something really wrong with you. Laura goes, you try to debate them, you will see how unhinged they become due to their lack of education.
But
why were you trying to debate anything, Laura? And why were you in my room? We don't like you.
Or maybe they're just followers and they look at you because you're quite outspoken.
No, she was knee in the room, and I told you that, Crystal. And you were being disrespectful. Oops, stuck here. Hold on, you guys.
Need someone to
Exactly. She was acting like somebody was cloning her. Yep, she was, Night Owl. Yep. And she was talking all crazy. These fucking phones, man, they get hot now. I mean, yep, exactly, Tanger. Yep, she got all mad about that. And Poof is a troll. Crystal, she got all mad. Hey, you guys, there's 37 watching. Come on, you guys. There's only 9 thumbs up. And this is fucking. This phone is. Exactly. I really liked Mosaic Mama's video on this. If anybody wants to um, drop the link for that, I put it in my community post too, which is really a good video. Her channel is really like, I like her, the way she speaks and stuff. She's got a good,
people that do listen to you,
a good
the people that do listen to you are either
a good aura,
they like the drama. But you know,
Thank you, Tanger.
and they look at you because you're quite outspoken, and they maybe need someone to look up to or something, or they're not the kind of person.
Laura says, I think they are angry with life for never accomplishing anything, and they attack relevant people to punish them. Laura, trust and believe, you're not relevant. Maybe to some people, but not to us.
That would bitch like you do, but you're just horrible, You know, to tell someone to fuck off, and you know, you have no limits. You're just terrible. And for you,
look who's talking.
SVD, saying no one wants her in the community.
And you go, SVD.
Like this, okay?
You have no
limits. In the
limits.
community. And you know, that's not 100% accurate. Okay. So, I mean, as I said, there are people.
Thank you, Tanger.
On these channels that, again, in real life, I would not give the.
You know already that we weren't giving you the time of day. Right, e-baggers?
Time of day. I'm not talking about the nice people. I'm talking about the nutsos. And there are plenty of them.
You're one of them.
And, you know, Net was saying, everybody's weird here. Everybody's nuts. And, well, why do you stay, Net? Why do you stay?
Why do you stay?
Anyone with any sense, you just cut off.
You don't have any sense, lady.
And, you know, I've only been supportive to you. And I'm happy you did block me from your channel because as I said, I'm getting into other channels. You went from being I don't think you're all that nice of a person. I think you have a lot of passive aggressive behavior.
That's you. You're explaining yourself. I didn't even see. I saw Mosaic Mama's video. It made me want to go and see what the hell this woman was saying.
Soft spoken and kind of dumbed down, and you can look up what dumbed
down, and she can look up what dumbed down means. Well, a person isn't dumbed down. You dumb down something to someone to explain it to them, like I'm doing to you, Crystal, right now. I'm dumbing this down for you so you can understand that a person isn't dumbed down. But when speaking to someone such as yourself, smart people have to dumb it down so you can understand it. You understand that? Can you comprehend that? or should I dumb it down a little more? Basically, it's not your business.
And I mean, anybody that would put all of their information on the internet, and I'm not blaming this just on Ollie, you being friends with her, and Ollie sharing your last name, if it was even Ollie that did that.
Now, why are you doubting Annette right there? And why are you talking about it? And was it your last name? No, it wasn't. So, oh, I get it. You're getting ready to victim blame right here. Instead of thinking that people should have better behavior, you're going to victim blame. Right.
Sharing other details about your son's suicide attempt, which is all public and everything.
Why are you saying that?
And
see how disgusting you are? You're gross. You are gross, Crystal. You're gross.
That did that. But then after that, you continued. You can't be that dumbed down to continue. Do you think if
somebody can't be dumbed down? People aren't dumbed down. It's explanations that people have to dumb down, like I'm having to do to you right now, Crystal, because they don't know what something means.
Family plot that one of your enemies, if you will, non-supporters, someone toying with you, seriously isn't going to look up the names?
No, people who are normal don't think. Now, I don't know. Should I dumb this down for you, Crystal? Should I dumb it down for you, Crystal? Annette doesn't think evil. So it doesn't go through her mind to say, oh, I'm just, visiting, she doesn't think of everything somebody could do to hurt somebody's feelings. Whereas I guess you, Miss Smarty Pants, are prepared for all that. Why is that? Is it because you partake in that?
On that, what? I would never risk my family like that.
Really? Because just a little while ago, you were saying you were going to give your last name.
You blame Sharon and whoever else you have on the list that you blame. You need to take responsibility for
acting like a normal human being.
Family in harm's way.
Okay, no. See, she didn't. Now, once again, I'm going to dumb this down for you, okay? When you're out in your new Mercedes on the public roads and say some drunk person comes along and crashes into your car, right? They're out on the road acting like, it's okay to be out drunk driving, and they smash into your car. Are you going to take accountability for having your car out on the road? Yeah, I know. She is not a real nurse, in my opinion. But are you going to blame yourself? Are you going to take accountability for having your car out on the road? I mean, you must have known that if you put your car out on the road, that somebody might drive drunk and hit it. I mean, are you going to take accountability for that?
Like, who posts, as I said, their family plot.
I don't know.
Somebody that wants to get at you is going to read those names and look up the obituary and the town that.
Why? Who would think that way? Except, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they live in. I mean, people have been saying that. How naive can you possibly be? And I'm starting to think this is for clout. This is for attention. This is victim playing.
victim
There
playing?
Are no victims.
There are no victims? That's what you get for wearing that outfit. Not yet. Not yet, e-baggers. Not yet. What a douchebag, though, huh? Does she really? Wow. No, we haven't got there yet.
Only volunteers. So
people
you need to
volunteer
start taking
to get
responsibility.
You're an idiot, lady.
You have contributed to the mess you are in.
No, you
People
contribute.
know your address.
Listen to yourself. How the fuck are you gonna berate somebody? You you bet. CVX, you're in there with Laura Vedadini saying 100% for attention. You can't see what Laura is writing in there? Did you see what Laura was writing in there?
But in your family's name, I mean, you must be getting something out of this, net. You have to be getting something out of it because you continue to even give out additional information.
What are you getting out of it?
I mean, we're waiting for your blood type next.
Really? Are you? We? You refer to yourself as we? So what fucking group are you in?
The sky's the limit with you. I don't believe you're as naive as you play. Although you have to be, you're getting something out of this. You have to be, because you continue. And then
what are you getting out of it?
Company with sick channels. Survivor Girl. I mean, is this going to be your life?
You're a loser, lady.
50s? Do you want this to be your life?
You are such a loser,
Survivor
lady.
Girl, she's a lot.
Lady, you are a loser.
I mean, is this going to be your life in your 60s and 50s? Do you want this to be your life?
Aren't you in your 60s?
Girl, she's a lost cause. She's digging her own, her own grave herself. But do you really want this to be your life? I thought you were a nice person.
Wow, Crystal, did you just say that? Wow. So you're going to mention grave. So right there, that gives you away. You're an unaliver troll. That's what you are. Laura goes, SG doesn't like any intellect. Like I said again, Laura, if that was the case, you'd be one of my favorite people. You are an idiot, Laura. And get your Alexis around you so you can pretend to be intellectual.
I don't really buy. I don't buy what you put out there anymore. I don't think you're all sweet and innocent. As I said, there are no victims, only volunteers. And you've contributed to your own.
Looks like you've volunteered. What exactly are you volunteering for here?
Mess. So I think it's really a shame because you have a family and you have a disabled, or not a disabled son, but you have a special needs son, and it's just, you know, and you hear your son on the tape that.
Why are you talking about Annette's son? Why are you talking about Annette's son? You are disgusting.
It was on one of the shorts. I came across it. I thought you put it out, where your son saying, "Please, Mom, stop, stop! You can't do this on YouTube."
Okay, bitch. So you saw one of her enemies'
I don't buy
shorts.
Your story anymore, Net. I don't.
God, you are
I don't buy it at all.
You're a hideous human being. You are a hideous human being. And I use that term lightly. You are one disgusting, grotesque person.
Everything you've done, you can't be, you can't possibly be that dumb. You just possibly cannot. You did this to yourself. You did this to yourself, and you proved it. The other day to me, you proved it.
You're such.
I was observing this in your lives before.
You're such a fucking
and then you
delusional bitch. You are a delusional bitch. Thinking anybody thinks you are an RN.
Say that I hurt you. Why, Net? I hurt you because I had an opinion. I hurt you because I said you were contradicting yourself. And what did you say? You said, well, I have a right to stick up for myself. Yes, you do. You have every right. You have every right to do anything you want.
But she shouldn't have to stick up for herself against her friend. Don't you get it? She has to stick up for herself against enemies. But she's got to stick up for herself to her friend, so-called. You're a douchebag.
Care. It's your channel. And if you listen to what I said on that live the other night, but you just won't. You won't listen to it. If you listen to my words, because I think before I speak. Okay? That's why you might get a few ums and ahs there, because I think
Hi, Cindy.
before anything comes out of my mouth.
Crystal.
I watch what I say.
You better watch what you say.
For a reason.
You better watch what you say,
then. I don't want it to be misunderstood. I want it to be accurate.
Well, I highly doubt you're accurate.
And as far as not Survivor Girl, SVD goes, it's really easy to, and again, this does not bother me at all.
Then why are you talking about it? Why are you talking about it? Why are you talking about it?
Weirdo. She's a weirdo. You've been shooting drugs for 27 years, my dear. Who's the weirdo? Come on.
You.
We saw you in that one video stomping your feet at the sink, and you were totally out of control.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. So
we know active drug addicts they can't be trusted.
Oh God, this woman is a fucking ugh. She's like a dirt bag, man. Hey, Laura of editing. So you can imagine how it makes wait, she goes, you try to debate them, you will see how unhinged they become due to their lack of education. Well, Laura, I still haven't seen you admit to being me. When Poof asked you that. I tried to warn SG about a rogue mod of hers, and she blocked me for that on this account. Shut up, Laura. I blocked you because you're a hoe. And because you spam people's chats. God.
Their brains aren't functioning right. Do the research. Maybe that's something Survivor Girl can do for you. Do the research and look at what it does to the brain, let alone the rest of your organs.
Why don't you tell us?
It's just,
I mean, if you're going to speak on it, why don't you tell us? Why don't you tell us? You're speaking on it. Why don't you tell us? Tiffany H says, Net is a great person in my opinion as well. We all make mistakes. Not all of us do that. But Tiffany H, why aren't you saying I'm a great person? What's the deal there? You hear her saying that, talking about me, saying I'm digging my own grave. Saying that to somebody who just fought to live for their life. Tiffany H, why would you disclude me from that comment that you just said? See what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Like, it's really obvious. Things are obvious, you know? Like, yeah. I mean, obviously you don't like me much, Tiffany H.
you're in your 50s and you're acting totally stupidly and irresponsibly.
Stupidly?
Just,
totally
you have no
stupidly.
self-worth, which is typical for
She's not in her 50s. She's not in her 50s.
addict. But move on already, Sharon. Move on. 37 years of using? I mean, you're a senior at this point.
Did she say 37? Did she just say 37?
Totally stupidly and irresponsibly, and just, you have no self-worth, which is typical for an addict. But move on already, Sharon. Move on. 37 years of using? I mean, you're a senior at this point. When does it end?
Wow. Did you just change it to 37 years of using and you changed her age to in her 50s?
And as I said, Survivor Girl, woman, senior citizen, she is a lost cause.
I'm younger than you.
She's digging her own grave. She's going to make herself sick.
You know, you are one gross fucking bitch. Exactly.
Citizen. She is a lost cause. She's digging her own grave. She's digging her own grave. She's going to make herself sick again. Do the research. And when you replay this, Survivor woman, make sure you include.
You do know that you're not guaranteed to not get cancer, right? You're not guaranteed to not get cancer, right? You might be tempting your own fate here, right?
Do the research and how cancer returns. I don't wish it on anyone, but play the full thing.
Play the full thing.
Honestly, you're not a cheerleader or a supporter of women at all. And I've said this before. And I'm
Are
just
you listening to yourself?
now because I really don't.
This woman's gross.
Care about any of this, but I did want to address it.
I think you need to shut the fuck up, lady.
You put everyone down. As I said, that doesn't block them, block them, block them, time out them, block them. I mean, you just, and then the whole live that you had that I was on when you were talking about.
Sometimes I wish.
How penises look like elephant trunks, and they're gross. They're gross. They're gross.
Uncircumcised, yeah.
They're gross. They're disgusting.
What is wrong with this woman?
You sounded like a real moron.
Actually, you sound like a moron.
I mean, it's bad enough that your voice is piercing.
It's bad enough that what you're saying is piercing.
You really need therapy, desperately.
It doesn't matter how your voice sounds.
How can you go around so bitter all the time?
It's what you're saying. Now here's Laura in there as fax machine saying survivor hag. Poof goes, Crystal be telling it like it is.
Yeah, you had breast cancer. I don't believe you had a mastectomy. But can't we move on now? You're not making anybody feel better. You're just making people feel tense. Try some yoga.
Why don't you try some fucking yoga?
Smoking. That's another thing. Why do all these people that
Now, I'm not trying to sound funny or any kind of way. Yes. But does it surprise anybody why I would say the things I say? Does it surprise anybody? Why? I'm not calling it karma, but they're tempting their own fate. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if in a few weeks or months, this woman is going through some health crisis of her own. She's tempting fate. I'm not wishing that on her. They're wishing it on themselves because they're not good people. They don't have the capacity to think that, and for lack of a different word, I haven't either, Tanger. I haven't either. I haven't heard it. No. The capacity to think that I'm so grateful to God that my belief, my faith has increased 100-fold. And I know I've never done, nor will I ever, or be capable of doing the things that one by one, I'm watching each one of them be so fucking unhappy. So unhappy. I mean, they want to keep trying to convince me that I'm not happy or I'm not grateful. And quite frankly, I am. But I don't think that you are. I think that you're taking your life and your health for granted right here, Crystal. And you're going to have to face a little humility. I think you're tempting fate. You're digging your own grave. Okay, beggars. to use that term is, man, you just took the first scoopful of dirt out of your own
I'm worried
grave.
about their health. I think all of these people smoke. And with cancer, you're still smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol and drinking coffee. And
How do you know what I
there's some
drink?
pancreatic cancer right there building.
Wow,
So I hope you guys got all of it.
really? You do know that you could be out in your new car and get in a car accident and die, right? Doesn't matter what you smoke, how much yoga you do. You do know that could happen, right? I don't know why you would put yourself in that position to tempt fate.
And you're welcome, fax machine. Isn't it? It is a great name, Poof. I agree. Poof, thanks for modding. I can't believe I've been on here over 30 minutes. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Stephanie. Yes, somebody has a nurse question.
A nurse question, really? You have a nurse question? I suggest you go ask a nurse.
As you can see, I get paid an awful lot for being a fake nurse.
Why,
I don't know. Are they intimidated? Do they think it's a really big job?
How do we see that you get...
Stress cause heartburn? Absolutely. Stress can cause a number of things.
Does stress cause heartburn? Well, everybody knows stress can cause a number of things. Where's the person who asked if stress can cause heartburn? What'd they do? Remove that? Oh, no. Oh, Tiffany H said, can stress cause heartburn? So you're still there while she's saying that stuff about me, Tiffany H? Really? Wow.
A number of things. Intestinal, everything. Heart palpitations. Stress is a big contributor. Fax machine just said it can kill you. Absolutely.
Gee, you got to be a nurse to know that?
I get very passionate about medicine.
No, you don't. No, you don't, you douchebag. No, you don't. 36 people watching, 12 thumbs up. Come on, you guys. Let's encourage exposing people who are, passive aggressive, cruel people under the guise of being an RN, giving out medical advice. That's against community guidelines, okay? That's against community guidelines. The way you're sitting there diagnosing and what you're saying is against community guidelines. And ADA is for American Disabilities Act, not American Disabilities Association, Bubbles, okay? I can't believe this woman is so out of her mind and so, like, anti-religious or good-hearted or just, no. I was talking about Bobbles had done a video. You really need to stop pretending to be a nurse.
I've been on here over 30 minutes.
You gotta stop pretending to be a nurse. You really do. Well, I wasn't talking about bobbles. I was just correcting her so she knows what ADA means. That's all. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Now, this woman says, obviously, they can see she gets paid well. But I don't know how she can say that because we don't see she gets paid well. She just said she bought a Mercedes. Um, and she goes, do we think that being a nurse is a big job? Well, yeah, we do think being a nurse is a big job. She doesn't.
As you can see, I get paid an awful lot for
Hi,
being a
Net Net.
fake nurse. I don't know. Are they intimidated? Do they think it's a really big job?
Who says that?
Can stress cause heartburn? Absolutely. Stress can cause a number of things.
Yeah, we know.
A number of things.
Doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that. But that's not what she asked.
Heart palpitations.
But, yeah, okay.
Stress is a big contributor. Fax machine just said it can kill you. Absolutely.
Gee. Well, a fax machine said it.
I'm sorry I just raised my voice like that, but I get very passionate about medicine.
No, you don't.
Stress.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You try to cause stress for people and tell them they're digging their own grave.
Cancer. I never do, but I definitely be smoking and drinking them when I fall. Well, I don't know, Tiffany, because cancer is curable, and it can also go into remission. And I know you're a smoker too. But,
so Tiffany was talking about cancer in there?
Smoking.
I know, a retired one. She's lying. If I had cancer, I never do. I hope I never do, whatever. But if I did, I would definitely be smoking and drinking, living my fullest life, scared I didn't have much left, you know? Wow. I mean, I didn't double up on smoking and then become an alcoholic when I got cancer, thinking I didn't have much time left. I felt that I didn't want to die, and I just carried on my regular way and prayed. That's what I did.
Where's your risks of stroke, heart attack, high blood pressure, everything, you know? Oh, I know. Like the children with cancer that are so grateful for their life, and they're sweet. They're not bitter and cruel and mean like Survivor Woman.
God, listen to this fucking douchebag.
No, take a look at those people, Survivor.
They're. Why are you saying that? Net, I'm gonna have to make you a mod out of this live because I can't do it in this because it doesn't even let me highlight. This is like in the, or did you? Were you able to? Or were you on live stream when you did that? Hold on, let me see. Oh wait, that is Net, right? Though, did you guys check and make sure that was the real Net? Because she changed her avatar. Hi, Zombie Queen. That is the real Net, right, you guys? Yeah, okay. Okay. What makes these people think I am not grateful for my life? How dare they?
Woman. Look at the kids. They have big smiles on their faces.
Yeah. Their parents don't. Their parents.
Thank you, Tiffany. I think Who just made a very important comment.
Now, but
And you would think Survivor Woman would be more grateful.
why would you think I'm not grateful, Piglet? And why are you so ungrateful for your health that you take it for granted? Why are you so ungrateful for your health that you're taking it for granted and tempting fate? Why? Oh my god, I touched this blanket. How horrible of me. I had to plug in the computer. God forbid I touch a blanket. Tiffany H., I cannot believe that. And Fax Machine said, "Are you pregnant?" And CVX said, "Tiffany, don't you have kids? You would have to fight for your life for them, right?" Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I certainly would not. It would be like thinking, well, I don't have much time left if I wasn't diagnosed that. I know, right, Cindy? And she's older than me. And why would they think that I'm not grateful for life? And Tiffany H., why aren't you correcting her? Yeah, I know. She's gross. Tempting fate.
For her life. For her life. Make it nice. Don't tear people apart.
Then why are you talking about me, pig?
Say, you know, she's.
Seriously. Why the fuck are you talking about me? That shit crazy.
Going to disregard, obviously, because her jealousy is immense, and I've taken enough psychology courses to know she has such low self-esteem, and yes, heartburn is very common with pregnancy. Very.
Oh my god. Yeah, I have such low self-esteem.
You should know, Tiffany.
I think you do. I think you have low self-esteem. Otherwise, you wouldn't have to keep making a fool of yourself.
You've had a few babies there. Sometimes you have to sleep sitting up. I remember having to take a lot of antacids, well, Tums, which are good because they have calcium, and that's good for the babies. But yeah, so
I already told her to have her gallbladder checked. Acid reflux can cause esophageal cancer. So if you have to sleep sitting up, Crystal, you might want to stop tempting fate.
yeah, diet does have a lot to do with it. Tiffany, can you repeat that? That disappeared. I saw you come up and then it disappeared. You said something about. Well, anyway, I think she at first said something about living life.
Wow. Well, that's good, Zombie. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope things are going good.
And if she did get cancer, but and she'd smoke, and I think that's what you just said. If I'm wrong, please correct me with a comment. But can you imagine having cancer and smoking?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying, Tiffany. No, I'm not judging you at all. You didn't just say I'm judging you. You said that that's just what you would do. That's cool. Whatever, however you.
Oh, so see, Tiffany said exactly the opposite to what you were saying. And you said, that's cool. I mean, okay, but now you're going to fucking berate me?
That's why we have freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom.
Oh, but not SG or NetNet.
CVA.
Not SG or NetNet. We don't have that freedom, apparently.
Yeah, I can understand that too. But we have our freedoms. I mean, there are people that will smoke on oxygen. There are people that will smoke without an esophagus. There are people that will smoke cigarettes through the tracheotomy. There are people that will, it's highly addictive. Absolutely.
I'm sure you smoke cigarettes, Krista. In my opinion. CVX said, Tiffany, well, I would never give up on myself because that would be giving up on my children, and that will never happen. True. Thank you, CVX.
Some people just won't give it up no matter what. But you do increase your chances of cancer returning. And if I hear Survivor Girl one time say, and they want me to have cancer, and this one wished cancer on me, and that, you know what? I want to say is, I wonder, and there have been others in this community that have wondered, due to the way Survivor Woman acts.
Wow, really? You really don't think before you speak. Positive prayers to everyone.
She ever have cancer?
Wow.
Because she's still smoking, and she just goes on and on and on, and doesn't do anything.
So a nurse doesn't know
healthy for herself.
What chemotherapy looks like.
I believe it was Bobbles that said, was her port fake? I mean, she calls people fake.
Wow.
I mean, doesn't it take one to, I don't know. Could she have been faking it?
Wow. So you just said takes one to know one. Are you a fake? I'm not a fake.
Or embellishing. Could she have been embellishing it? I personally don't believe she ever had cancer. And
you're a
I don't
low
wish
life.
cancer on anybody, but she does not. She doesn't act right. She does not act right. She doesn't act grateful for eating.
Do you think you act right? You're taking life for granted. You're tempting your own fate. Tiffany's talking about God in there, and she should tell her friend that she's in there, that she's tempting her own fate.
Stay. And all she does is yell and scream and talk about it and want to get attention. It's almost like Munchausen's. Sort of Munchausen's by proxy.
Munchausen's by.
I'm wondering if SG or Survivor Woman has Munchausen's.
Munchausen's? Munchausen's? Munchausen's. Munchausen's. She said Munchausen's by proxy. Who's the proxy that's giving me Munchausen's? And Munchausen's? And you are pretending to be a nurse? And that is not, I mean, you're pretending to be a nurse? Or does the RN stand for real nuts? Because you are insane. You're insane, lady. In my opinion, Munchausers? Uh, wow. Wow. Now, is this like a common occurrence for you to come on live stream and make a fool of yourself? Is it? I know, right? It must be. This must be some kind of an illness for her. Attention seeking or something. Hi, Jason. Is that. Yeah, I mean, just craziness here. Oh, this fucking phone is like heating up. Oh, okay, Andrew.
Has anybody ever thought that could be a possibility? Are there any other medical people in the community? I don't know. But I'd love for a friend of mine to listen to one of her lives.
Has anybody ever thought this
and this is the God's honest
could be a possibility? Well, first of all, probably nobody said Munchausers. Like, you need some help, lady. You really think you're giving people the impression that you're an RN right now? Like, do you really? Bye, Diane. Yeah, I see that. I mean, just so strange that this person is pretending to be an RN. She needs to stop with her delusions. She's got fucking real delusional issues here. Like, she's literally living in a psychosis, in my opinion. Pretending to be an RN. Who does that? Kind of pathetic person. This phone is fucked. So hot. The phone is so hot. It's unbelievable. Yeah, she's gross. There's no way she was an RN. In my opinion. Absolutely not. If she was, she got fired. Because she is a fail. Epic fail at being a compassionate person with caring hands and stuff. She's a really bad person, in my opinion. The only people supporting you, Crystal, are people that are bad people. You're only surrounding yourself with disgusting people, and that's what you fit in with. The gig was up for you for a while ago. true, danger.
Or Survivor woman has Munchausen's.
Give me a minute. I'm trying to get this. Yeah, give me 1 minute. Right, I know. I saw that. Yeah, I'm trying to get this to like it keeps freezing up on me. So I'm trying to maybe make a little more room on the phone. Maybe it's the phone that's yeah, I know. Munchausers. I mean, like, lady, can you like simmer down over there? Where does she get off thinking that that shit's okay? it's like really heating up. The phone is like so heated up. It's crazy. Maybe if I remove like a app or something. Right. And they've been doing that, e-beggars, for a long time. A long time. Jersey with Jules is the first one who started that. And that Vern, you know, they started that a long time ago. And it's really disgusting and sickening. Really gross. Their behavior is disgusting. Just straight out and out. It's disgusting. Yeah, that's what she's trying to do. She's on a live trolling. Sue I City trolling. That's what she's doing. Trying to put like negative shit out there in the world, you know? She's just a horrible person. A horrible, evil person who obviously can't tell what chemotherapy looks like. Nurse Ratchet. Yeah, Nurse Ratchet. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. She should have been forced to retire, in my opinion. I mean, if she was that, like, incompassionate to people, I mean, uncompassionate, and that's, the nurses from the infusion suite, I don't know, Savage. Could it be the voices in your head? I really don't know. Could it be Crystal the Nappy? I don't know. Savage. Just kidding. Hi, Miss Pamela. Sorry. Well, Savage and Ruthless might not be mean. I mean, they might have been talking about Crystal the Nappy. I know. I unhid them because they might have been talking about Crystal. Now, Savage and Ruthless, you need to like actually. We run a tight ship here, so if you're a troll, then you will be blocked. I know, right, e-beggars? Thank you, Savage. You hit? No, you didn't. I unhid them. Okay, Savage. Okay. Because I recently, and I should have gone through my freaking, again, my blocked list, and make sure nobody's being blocked that shouldn't be blocked. Trying to get this to work here, but okay. And I unblocked, yeah, I unblocked you recently because I had to go through and see. I couldn't see a lot of people that were blocked because of a lot of those trolls, the troll accounts. They take up the whole block list. And then you can't see anybody. It could be the weather that's messing with my YouTube. Someone was blocking a lot of people. I don't know what is going on here. I don't know if I should restart it or what. It's wicked annoying though. Thank you, Tanger. I appreciate that. I mean, yeah, grateful to be alive. Yeah. Uh, Crystal, you're the type of person that would make it very possible for someone who's a weaker person and not so grateful to be like, yeah, why bother? Why bother? Look at what these people are saying. Look at what this woman is still saying. Look at what this woman is trying to start again. You're the type of person who wants to try to make somebody feel not grateful to be alive. You're the type of person, Crystal. You are. You're the type of person that would make somebody who doesn't appreciate life and appreciate people and, you know, see the positive in things. Um, you're the type of person who would maybe who would actually try to discourage somebody. You're the type of person who would try to convince them in a negative manner that their cancer is going to return or that they're digging their own grave. What a choice of words. What a choice of words you used. What a disgusting choice of words. And yet you still think your tomorrow is guaranteed. What if your tomorrow wasn't guaranteed? What if you got into a car accident tomorrow? What would your last thought be? Would you be all of a sudden going, I accept Jesus Christ as my savior. My sins, please forgive me of my sins. Please let me go to heaven. I know that just yesterday I was putting down two women that have done nothing but be kind to me. I know that I was questioning somebody's cancer and trying to slander them, but please God, please God, please God, please God. Is that what you would do? You think that would work? It wouldn't. Not in my theory anyway. You're okay to let this be your possible last words. You're fine with that. You know why? Because you don't believe in God. You don't have any faith. You can always tell the people who don't because they throw all care to the wind. They throw all care to the wind because they think, they're a lost cause anyway. See, that's the thing there, Crystal. See, you think you're a lost cause. You're trying to convince me that I'm a lost cause because you think you are. That's why you're doing this. You think that your life has been so what? Sinful? Have you always been so horrific? Would you do sell your soul to the devil for your Mercedes station wagon? For your 5 acres? What are you doing? The devil's handiwork? Is that what you're doing? Is that what that cost you? Your soul? That's the only thing I can think of. That you have no soul. I bet there's nothing in your life that really makes you happy. That whatever you bought, whatever car you bought, won't fulfill you. You'll see what the next person has, and you'll want that instead. You're never satisfied. Because if you were, you'd be grateful for your life and you wouldn't be tempting fate. Everything you have is nothing to you, Crystal. That's why you can so freely lie and pretend that you're an RN and say Munchausen's syndrome. You even went to Munchausen's by proxy. Do you know that you just reveal while trying to slander me with lies, you revealed yourself. You made a fool of yourself. Munchausen's. You made a complete and utter fool out of yourself. Munchausen's. What kind of research do you do? Can you imagine a nurse writing, this patient had a foul smelling abscess and wrote it FOWL? Can you imagine? Or this patient has Munchausen's syndrome. Can you imagine? You're no nurse. You're pathetic. You're a pathetic woman grasping at straws, trying to be relevant. In my opinion, I think I'm pretty on target there. You're gross. You're like going. Wasn't it Bobbles who said her report was fake? Bobbles who christened you Crystal Dynasty. So suiting of a name. Sharon booted you. We had booted you. Nobody wants you around because you're a fraud. The only ones accepting of you now are the other ones that don't want you around. I mean, that the others that nobody wants around. Frauds. I mean, you act like misspelling a 4-letter word in the context that you're using it is excusable to someone who you call so uneducated. But it's not. And the Munchausers, that's just pathetic thinking right there. That's, you totally blew it, lady. You're the laughing stock now. You really are. You really are. You're laughing. You may as well go into that other community that you wanted to expand into. Ah, you could be right, Tander. Could be right. And and they really don't have any effect in destroying our joy. Like, do they really think that they are capable of destroying our joy? Like, they're the ones whose joy is trying to hurt people and convince them that they're not happy and there's something wrong with them. All the while doing it under the false pretense of being a registered nurse. Right, Miss Pamela? Love that. We feed the right wolf. Love that. I loved that Mosaic Mama had said, what wolf is she feeding? Love that. Absolutely. And I really liked her Buddhist prayer at the end where she said, about forgiving and saying, um, uh, forgive me for the people that I can't forgive. Like forgiving yourself. I'm sorry. There is some things that are just unforgivable. And when we say, like, when people will say, well, move on about something, well, okay, I feel you there. Can you move on about me? And then I'll move on about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where they're like not understanding that we are all trying to move on, but some things are necessary to point out. In a woman pretending to be an RN and giving out false medical information and false diagnosis, that's pretty important. I mean, first of all, it's against community guidelines. And, You're not a nurse. You're posing as one. No nurse is going to say Munchausen's syndrome. Okay? And as much as you want to question my intelligence, I know how to spell foul in the context that I'm using it in. Okay? You can keep pretending that spelling doesn't matter, but it does. It does. And you're pretty ridiculous. Oh, you have an extra rooster. That's funny. Yeah, my phone is in he's a foul. Maybe Jersey would do was raised him. Right. But they need to stop talking about it and talking about oh, it is, Miss Pamela, because I had storms come through here too. And my phone, it's just not even working. It's like but they need to realize that we are gonna call them out for their bad behavior. Well, if something's unforgivable, I never forgive. And if it's not something that should be forgotten, I don't forget it. I'll never forget what these people did during the worst time in my life. Never, never. Claiming people need to take accountability for, acting as normal human beings and expecting other people to act like decent individuals too. I mean, the basic lesson of if you don't have something nice to say, then don't say anything at all. Unfortunately for Crystal, she never like paid heed to better to be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. See, everyone thought you were a fool and you've opened your mouth and removed all doubt. Yeah, not only Krista, I mean, there's others. They want to just keep continuing it because they think that we're using them for content, but in actuality, they're using us. I mean, really. Like, really. They're using us and also showing their inability to act as decent human beings. To me, it's obvious. Really obvious. Like, so obvious. Basically, Crystal was mad at you because you had sympathy for me and were my friend. In the meantime, she thinks she's pulling one over on everybody with, her friend Poof and her RN. I mean, you see how quick Night Owl was to correct you, Crystal, about the night with the defective prefrontal cortex. Yeah, absolutely. I was researching serial killers. You just came in, and if I remember correctly, I think Tina Lane was here and was saying to you, okay, so if I remember correctly, I could be wrong, but was saying, because you came in as Crystal Love RN, and uh, we were saying, okay, so, you were acting like very strange. You didn't have anything to back up anything you were saying, anything at all, nothing at all. And now, Munchausen syndrome. I mean, you really need to, you need to stop. Every single time you have opened your mouth, you have acted a fool. Sharon VD or SVD. Who the fuck says shit like that? Who the fuck talks about people like they're lost causes? Who the fuck says there's no victims, there's only volunteers? What kind of asshole would go in to nursing to be like, oh, this person got hit by a car, they must have jumped in front of it? Oh, this person, this happened to them, oh, they must have done it themselves, they volunteered for it. Oh, this person isn't a victim of appendicitis, they volunteered for it. I mean, shut up, lady. You act like a fool. You act like a word like victim doesn't have a fucking definition and hasn't been in the dictionary for years. What are you gonna negate the word victim? I mean, seriously? The way SG acts, I don't even know if she had cancer. She has Munchausen's. You stupid wench. You are a fool, and the RN does stand for real nuts. She's ridiculous. There's no victims, only volunteers. What kind of a fucking nurse? Honestly, what nurse would ever, ever have that outlook? Oh, I help out and I'm a nurse at the ER for all the people that volunteer to be injured or volunteer to have a sickness or volunteer to have appendicitis or volunteer to have a brain aneurysm or volunteer to get RAP'd. Yeah, there's no victims of. So what's the what did those kids with cancer do, huh? Are they not victims? Did they volunteer for that? Did they volunteer for that? Crystal Nadasti? Did they volunteer for that? Hi, Day Day. I mean, did somebody volunteer Oh, did Tiffany H volunteer for heartburn? I mean, you might want to check yourself. You're acting a fool, Crystal. You are not an RN. Prove that you're an RN before you sit there diagnosing anybody ever again or doling out medical information or anything again. Prove it. Prove it. If you're gonna doubt that I had cancer, then you better be proven that you're a fucking RN. You better prove it. Or shut up about me. Now I am really not getting any kind of reception here. She's a nutcase trying to be relevant, trying to fit in. She's desperate. That's what you reek of how desperate you are. You're desperate. Desperate. And that's how you sound, desperate. Munchausers. She has Munchausers. Munchausers. And you have I wish I had a Mercedes. Itis. I wish I had a Mercedes itis. I'm not an RNectomy. You're really being pathetic, lady. I'll have to come back though when I can well, I mean I can talk for a little while. I'm just saying like this fucking thing is not working. It's gotta be the I feel like calling my carrier because it's like what the fuck my provider for because it is not working. It's really pissing me off. How is everybody? Yeah, she is a troublemaker. But we knew that a while ago. As soon as she did the poof person, we knew. Plus, she was acting really weird. She was just like, yeah, I don't know. She was just saying a lot of weird shit for a while. Well, yeah, when it comes back, this phone, it's just not working much. But yeah, it was fine for a little while there, but it's like not. It's fucked up. So peace, love, and tacos, you guys. And I'm going to try to get my phone working, and I'll be back. Love you guys.